Welcome to another episode of The Stable. It's been a minute since I've done a recent video, so hopefully this one actually goes up soon. Everything else has been passed, but today we're doing a little bit different type of video. As you can see, I'm not in the garage. I'm actually at my house. My parents stay about like 8 minutes away, so my dad and brother have been working on the garage out back, getting heat and all kinds of stuff to that, so we'll have to go check that out soon. So we're at my house now, and this whole house has been the reason why content has been slow with this channel. A lot of money got tied up getting this house and then fixing it up with like paint in the living room and all that stuff. I did a game room with the clouds on the ceiling, so crazy stuff been going on with this house, and it's taking up a big chunk of money. But there's on my table right here, I got a bunch of parts here I want to show you guys because the Teksid build is still going on. Rocky Mountain Machine Shop here in Colorado Springs, who has done the heads on my 96, my dad's Fox, the 86. He has the block, and we got tons of parts in. So I will start with this. We went with the Forged DSS racing pistons. So I had to look at my phone through the Facebook group 2 Valve Terrors. If any of you are a member on that group, there is a guy named Todd Warren. He runs, I believe it's Apocalypse Performance. I had a hard time finding pistons, extremely hard. I needed a 30 over piston, and nobody had them in stock, and he was able to get them to me, and I think he got them shipped out like within a week. It's pretty crazy. So we got a 10cc piston here. I'll open that, and I haven't even opened it up yet. And then if you guys can see, without me showing the other parts, let me just slide that forward. Hopefully I can show you guys this. We got all of our rings as well. So this is pretty crazy to me just because I've never done an engine build. I've never, had these parts. That is a stock bottom end in red right now. So that is, that's what we've been running. We never had to take it apart that far. After we got red running, we just, we took the bottom end, we left it the same, and I found a used set of ported heads and then the Comp 262 cams off of a guy's off Craigslist. So that's how we did that build so far. So this is all pretty new. This piston, without me getting, matter of fact, let me go over to my phone here and see, because he told me I'm gonna have the heads milled down just a little bit. And with that 10cc piston, he told me that should put me close to 10.5 to 1 compression. So we will be running E85, probably methanol as well. Probably gonna run both. Reason for that is because the aftercooler on red, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, go ahead and step out here. Red's the only one over here at my house right now because the 86 isn't running. But this aftercooler, I don't believe is going to support the airflow that the new blower puts out. There's a debate. I'm thinking about maxing this blower out and seeing what it will do with the built bottom end, or I'm just gonna sell that one and we're going straight to a JTB or a YSI. So either one of those blowers, and even turning this one up, I think this can only support up to like 600 and some horsepower. So I might have to go to an air-to-air intercooler, and then I'll just convert the tank in the back to methanol or something like that. But trying to figure out what to do about that. I've reached out to a couple different companies trying to find another air-to-water intercooler because I like that setup for the track, and it's already set up for that. So if I can find an aftercooler that would fit that without much work, then that's the easiest thing to do. That is pretty much that as far as the pistons go. If you guys hear a lot of noise, we got Triton running around in here. But pistons, came with some stickers. Oh, we got 4 pistons on top, and below are the other 4. And it just came with the rings and then a piece of paper telling you about detonation and stuff like that. I don't know. I won't know if you guys seen the big component or not until I go back and look at this footage. Maybe I'll just block it out in the footage. But we went ahead, and I'll slide them over this way. We got our ARP main studs, head bolts, or head studs, the ARP 2000 rod bolts, and we got the ARP side bolts for the aluminum Teksid block. So ARP everything, Went ahead and got all that stuff because Rocky Mountain Machine Shop is going to need it for the main caps and things like that. And when he puts it in the machine, he needed the head studs as well. So went ahead and got all that. It's kind of nice because that stuff's taken care of. And I think that's it as far as hardware goes. I don't think I need much else. Well, looking at this next part, there's a couple more things I need. So right here we have our new forged crankshaft. This is from Eagle, and I went ahead and went with this one. One, because it was $200 cheaper than the Manly, and it, I guess, theoretically can hold just as much. Todd over at Apocalypse Performance said that he has a couple customers making 1,500 horsepower with it, so I'm not going to be near that yet, hopefully, but we will see what this thing does. It's the 8-bolt, so as far as I know, everything just like the Manly Cobra one, is just a different company. It's Eagle, still forged, still 8-bolt. We got to get this to Rocky Mountain Machine Shop because he has to measure it and let me know what bearings I need to order for this thing. So we'll get this over to Rocky Mountain Machine Shop. He will let me know what bearings I need. I wanted to get this video up and out, so I had some new content, so y'all know what's going on. So you know that red is still getting worked on. It's just been a work in process, kind of waiting on some parts. Todd with Apocalypse Performance, he got that crank out to me. I ordered it Monday evening last week, and he got it to me by Sunday, which was like, today's the 7th, so like the 4th. So he's definitely on top of his stuff. Sent that out. So far the game plan is to reach out to him again. I think he's going to do a custom cam for my car. I'm assuming it's probably going to be anywhere from a stage 3 to a stage 4 blower cam, something like that. Something similar. He is trying to, we'll take a look out here at red again, because there's a couple different directions I can go with red, and I'm trying to kind of keep it simple and more cost effective. The bullet intake, if y'all can see that on there, had that powder coated last year. I don't really want to get rid of that yet. That power band is up to like 6,500 RPM, maybe 7,000 is where I'll be shifting with the new setup, so it can fall back into power. If I want to take it above that, I need to go to like the Edelbrock setup. And like I said, I just got that powder coated. To me, it's pretty. The Edelbrock is ugly. I don't want to make that switch yet. So he's going to come up with a cam for me that is going to suit the bullet intake as well. We're sticking with the 373 gears based off of what he told me when I called and talked to him and told him what I'm trying to do. We're just going to get Curtis to freshen up the rear end, hopefully next week. 31 spline axles, new gears, clutch packs, all that stuff. So if you guys follow me over here, Will with the Mystic 03 Cobra gave me a deal on his old transmission, his T56. He already had ARP hardware, aluminum drive shaft. It has a, I think that's the Pro 5.0 short shifter on there. He already upgraded and put, he did something, he upgraded the input shaft, and then there was something else he did with this transmission. So, because he went with the T56 Magnum, so he gave me his T56. So this car's gonna get converted over to a 6-speed. So once Curtis gets done with the rear end, the game plan is get red back here. I'm pulling it all apart, pulling the heads off of it, taking the heads to Rocky Mountain Machine Shop because he's probably gonna have to upgrade the springs. There's 2 stripped holes for the intake that go down to the threads. It's like the 2 on this side. He's gonna have to retap those for me and fix those. And we'll mill the heads down just a little bit and then get it back here and pretty much slap everything together. That really leaves me with figuring out the aftercooler situation. If I'm staying with the air to water, going air to air, going to the JTB or the YSI, either one of those head units will drop right into my bracket, so that's not a huge change. I have to get the Innovator West 8-rib dampener. I'm probably gonna go with like a 15% over. Change everything over to the 8-rib. We got the fuel system to do. Still got to buy a clutch, and probably change the computer in it too. That's gonna be the most expensive part. I know Holly's still making the Terminator X for my car, and it's cheaper, but I might have to go the most expensive route, at least for me right now, and that's Pro-M. As far as I know, not a lot of people run Pro-M, but we just bought the whole Pro-M EFI for my dad's Fox body, and to me, if I'm gonna be making little adjustments at the track, I might as well have everything on one computer and learn one system instead of having two different softwares and doing two different things. And, you know, my computer can't handle that much, and having, you know, two of everything. I can just simplify it, spend more money. We both run Pro-M, and then I can just hook one computer up and do whatever we need to do at the track. Anyways, that's where we're at. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I will go on to Apocalypse Performance website and show you guys how to get to it. So just been over here kind of making moves and doing things kind of low key, but trust me guys, red is going to be done soon. The game plan is to have it ready for Streetcar Takeover Denver, and of course Bandamere All 4-Day or Phil on Ford weekend, whatever you want to call it. They're pretty much back-to-back weekends. I think All 4-Day is the last weekend of August, so Streetcar Takeover Denver might be like the weekend before that. Planning on running both, so stay tuned.